Misty.
Hi, Clinton. Tillman.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Allie. Hi, guys.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, Rick. Oh, my battery lost.
It better. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Renee. There's
Here comes Kenny.
Uncle Rick. Allie's down there with me.
Allie's
Hey, Jennifer.
So I can tell by all the noise. I'm gonna mute everybody, and then when you want to talk, you can unmute yourself. Okay. So now all of you are muted. If you could just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Okay. Thank you. And if you want to, I think there's a button you can click to unmute yourself. And then there's also, you can do an Alt-A on the key if you have a Windows computer. Alt-A on your keyboard will also unmute you. Hi, Robin.
Hey, everybody. You say hi. This is Reagan. You want to say hi to the family? Hi.
Hi, Reagan.
Can you say hi to me? That's your cousin.
Oh, there we are. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, guys.
There it is. And then
There's Marty.
Hi.
Hey, Marty. I have a feeling this is
How's it
going to be the
going?
new
Good to see you guys.
family reunion software.
There's
Hey, Brian.
Logan.
You want Logan? Okay. I'll go get Logan.
Phyllis, you're in the trees.
Hi.
Yeah. How you doing?
Oh. That's
We're
right.
organizing all this.
Hi, Alan.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, cutie patootie.
Savina.
Bill.
Oh, hey everybody, we're muted.
Okay.
What am I looking at?
Hey, Brian. Hi. Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
hi, Alan. Hi, Phyllis.
Hey, Spot, say hi. Say hi, Spot.
Hey, Spot.
Say hi.
Oh, there he is.
Spot.
Spot.
Hey, Spot.
Do you see the doggy? Is it a doggy?
I know. Yeah, me.
CC.
I'll feed you later. Misty, where's my good girl? Come on.
Hey, Brian.
Spot, it's okay, dude. It's okay. It's okay.
And Alan.
You're fine. Just deal with it.
Screams.
Brian. Natalie. No, no. No talking.
James, let's wait a few minutes. I think more people are going to join.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Okay.
I'm just looking around. The flowers that bloom.
Jeez. That's some good 4G out there.
Yeah, and wet.
Oh, it's raining, huh?
Spot's hungry because he hasn't eaten.
Natalie, I love your hair.
Thank you.
Hey,
I love
Nick,
the forest.
Nick, wanted to say hi. This-
Hey, how's it going?
yeah,
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, for all of you who don't know Nick, he is comes from my mother's brother's side. He's Jim Belt's son, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and my brother Jeff, he couldn't make it. He has to work.
Yeah, that's what he said.
But, yeah, I'm just taking my dog for a little stroll. We're going about to be going on this trail over here, so figured I'll listen in. And that's cool. It's good to see. Yeah, and give my condolences.
Thank you for joining. It's good to have you back in the family.
Yeah, well, I'm listening to these conversations, and all my family conversations, everyone's back in the Midwest usually, and they're always talking about other things, and you guys are talking about the same things I experienced last night with the lightning and the thunder.
Wow.
And they wouldn't understand, they have different weather over there. They wouldn't understand how unusual it is for us.
Wait, what's everything shaking? Earthquake.
Exactly, yeah. Well, once again, thank you for the invite.
You're welcome.
James, is it raining there?
It just started raining, but it can change any moment to a storm.
This will make it eventful.
What are you eating, dude?
Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Matthew,
Hey, Matthew.
welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Matthew.
Your background isn't working too well. Your head is getting distorted.
Your head's kind of.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. Of course you don't.
Hey, everyone. How you doing?
Are you in your
Can you hear me
warehouse?
okay? Yeah, I'm in the warehouse right now.
Wow,
I'm
pretty big.
moving my mother-in-law today. I'm helping her. So, yeah, it's like a Costco in here.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, I don't remember.
Bill, oh, okay. Trying to,
One
I'm
more.
gonna go give Patrice a call and see if she needs help connecting. She said she was gonna be planning on joining.
Mike, I'm sending you a text.
Patrice is planning to join? Did I hear someone say?
That's what I understand. Liz just messaged me saying that I think she just needs help connecting with audio. So I'm gonna go see what's going on. So give me just a minute.
Hi, Liz.
Let me see. Elizabeth.
Uncle James. I was the duckies. I think he said they were fine.
Renee, where are you right now? Are you in Temecula?
Yes, I'm in Temecula.
Okay.
I've been here for 5 years, maybe 10 years.
Yeah, I know. I thought maybe you might be someplace else.
I feel like your voice is breaking up, just so that you know.
Yours is too.
Yeah, a few of us are breaking up.
Ooh.
So, any news on Patrice? Hey, Michael. Welcome.
Oh, 55%, 54%. Awesome.
Any word on Patrice? Should we start? Hi, Teresa.
Oh, good, Teresa's on.
This is cool to see everybody.
Yeah.
No audio, Teresa. What are you doing?
Hey, come on, guys.
Is that better?
Somebody's joining right now. Hopefully that's Patrice.
53%.
Nope, it's Liz. I'm glad it's Liz too.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Hey, Matthew, really quick. I saw a movie last night called The Gentleman, and Matt McConaughey was the main star, but the other star reminded me of you exactly. I forget his name. His last name is Hunan, something like that. Michael Hunan or something. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
God, he reminded me of so much of you that I was just kept thinking it was you. But,
Oh, God.
sure you don't have
What was the movie called?
What's that? It's called The Gentleman. He was also the star of what's that thing? Something Z. Oh, there's Teresa.
52.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, any word? Is Patrice going to join?
I'm in line to get tested for COVID right now, so I think she's trying to connect right now.
Okay.
Six
I hope
feet
your
apart.
test goes okay.
50%.
Well, James, why don't we go ahead and get started? She's
Okay, cool. I'll just start walking over to the area. Come on, guys.
so welcome everyone.
So, I kind of got interested in farming when Mom and Aunt Maxine and Uncle Bob, we all went back to Michigan, and we saw a farm. And it took me a long time to get to the point, and Mom got this land, and eventually we turned it into a farm. Looks like corn, but it's not corn. Elephant garlic. But Mom loved this place. This was like, she always called this like her heaven on earth. And flowers up here are all in bloom, the wild yellow flowers. You'll see them here in a second. It came out just in time. And I've been working on this. Here's the trees. It's Fuji, I think. Granny Smith. And Gravenstein and another Fuji. Down here, Matt. This is fiance, and then we'll put a copper down here. And then there's the ashes, and that's pretty much it for right now. Let me come back so you can see full shot. Spot, come back here, dude. We're not doing that.
Hard to see the trees that you planted.
Here, let me come over here.
Looked like Spot was about to pee on the plaque.
Uncle James,
Yeah,
Uncle
that's
James,
what I was
where are you in
afraid
relation
of.
to the house?
Is that a better shot of the trees?
Yeah. Where are you in relation to the house?
House is over here.
Oh, I see.
Up there.
Yeah.
And so she has a great view this way.
Yeah.
And so got to work on that bench. But it's she always loved this spot right here. Absolutely loved it.
So, James, I just wanted to mention that that farm that you went to when you were a kid, that was Uncle Jack's farm.
It was?
And, yeah, and
awesome.
And so Uncle Jack, one of his children was Jim Belt, and Nick Hagerl who's on here is one of Jim's sons. So that goes way back to that farm there. I remember that trip to Michigan. Anyway.
Yeah, we bought a Jeep and drove it all the way back from the I don't know what yeah, it was an amazing trip. It always had a big influence on me.
Okay, so each of us are gonna say a few words, each of the children, and we'll start off with Bill. We'll go in age order. Now, why don't you take over, Bill? And don't forget to unmute yourself.
Just unmuted myself. First, thank you everyone for being here. I wish Patrice was on, because I'll be saying a few things about her. With my words, I want to just begin. Well, first of all, I want to say that it's be very difficult to have a discussion about Mom without also mentioning Dad. So they were a team for a long time. But the thing that I wanted to point out was that with both of them, family always came first, and as a result, family reciprocated. It's been a very good family to be part of. And as a result, Mom didn't die alone. And ever since the early 1990s, I've been interacting with a lot of people who are old, and especially those that don't want to die. And I would say that Mom's experience was very unique relative to most of them, because most of them talked about how their families all abandoned them, they died alone, they were unhappy. Something else that often happens when people get older is they end up moving to be closer to their kids. Well, Mom did the exact opposite. She moved to Oregon, and then the exact opposite happened. A lot of her kids and family, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, moved to be closer to her. So things were quite different in our family. I want to say the word unique is probably the thing. And another result of all this is that she was extremely well cared for during the last few years, which is, again, very unique versus anything else I have seen. I wanted to acknowledge a few people. Most importantly is James. James, you've done an awesome job. You have beyond anything I can imagine. The only thing that comes close is Matthew taking care of Dad. I consider you, James, to be the Matthew on our mother's side. So it's like amazing for both Mom and Dad to have been cared for so well for during the end. But I also want to acknowledge Patrice and her awesome family. I mean, it's like the number of people that she had attending her is just incredible. That includes Jennifer, Michael, Chris, Kristen, Brandy, Liz, Tiffany, Glenn. And if I left anybody out, I apologize. It wasn't because you're not appreciated. And I'm sure she appreciated you all too. But I also want to acknowledge that Teresa and Renee being there, Rick and Phyllis, and then, you know, Peter and Dad, they would have been there if they could have been. It was that kind of family. And again, I want to apologize if I left anybody out, because there were so many people I couldn't possibly keep track. But you definitely weren't unappreciated. But one of the things also unique is kind of not semi. Forget the word unique here, because I know a lot of people that come into this category. But she fought to the end. Mom fought to the end. I went up there several times in the last few years when she was in the hospital, and doctors would take me aside and say, you know, I think the best thing to do is to let her die. Some of the doctors would say, you know, when people get into her condition, they want to die. They don't want people to keep them hanging on and stuff like that. Well, when Mom was cognizant, I would talk to her and ask her what she wanted to do. And you know, she actually would ask me. She'd say, "What's going on? Am I going to die?" And I would typically answer, "Well, it depends if you want to or not." And she says, "I do not want to die. Do everything to keep me alive." She loved living. And and she pulled through it. I mean, and I was surprised that there was at least 3 occasions, and a lot of you know this more than I do, at least 3 occasions where she was in the hospital and said she wasn't going to survive. And then she did, and she had a very nice recovery. And the doctors, when I talked to them afterwards, acted like, what a waste of time. You know, she's going to die eventually. It's like, now we just have to prolong it. And I just thought that was so awful, especially for somebody as Mom who really wanted to live. She wanted to keep going. And it was partly because she had such great care. So I want to actually talk about an experience in my life with her and Dad that I thought was remarkable. Okay, it's when I think about growing up in that family, in our family, it's one of the most remarkable things that I can think of was the divorce. And the reason it's so remarkable is because it was so unremarkable. It was, I had no idea that there was any problems. They kept it so quiet to at least me. I don't know about my brothers and sisters. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, I still to this day do not know why they got divorced. That's how unremarkable it was. All I know is that I came home. I was at UC San Diego for college. I came home for something like Thanksgiving, I guess it was. And on Monday morning, Dad got up, went to work. I got up. I started leaving the house to go back to UC San Diego. And my mother says, "Oh, would you stop by your father's work and give him this envelope?" And I said, "Sure." So on the way to UC San Diego, I stopped by his work, handed him the envelope, and went on my way. A few months later, I came home again, and I'm there for a few hours, and I finally go say, "Hey, where's Dad?" And Mom goes, "Oh, we got divorced." I said, "Divorced?" She says, yeah, didn't you know?" I said, "No, I didn't." She says, "Well, you were the one that handed him the signed papers. That was that envelope I gave." And I had no idea. That's how unremarkable. I mean, this is part of what I mean by family came first. It was never, they always stayed family. Even after the divorce, I was very impressed with how much both of them remained friends, participated in things. I remember Dad being at Mom's 80th birthday. It was still all family. And that was something quite unique. And the thing is, bottom line, as I said it before, family always came first. And I just want to end with, we all love you, Mom, and we miss you. We've all been very lucky to be part of your family. Thanks. Next.
Thanks, Bill. My screen just went blank. Okay, there it is. So I also wanted to start by thanking everyone for being here, but especially wanted to thank my brother James for putting this all together. These are extraordinarily bad conditions right now with the virus going on and not being able to have the life funeral. And he came up with this plan of planting the trees, and I think it was a great plan, and I'm so glad that we were able to do this. And I know he worked his butt off to get all this together. So I'm going to say a lot of the same sort of things Bill did, but I think my mother set the bar for what it means to be a good mother, a great mother. All that ever mattered to her was her children, her grandchildren, and her great-grandchildren. That's all she ever really thought about. Whenever I talked to her, she never wanted anything for herself. She just wanted to take care of anybody who needed help or anything like that in the family. And because of her, we all turned out to be good people who care about the ones we love, as well as even those we don't know who need help. I know a lot of us, I know in particular, I'm involved in a lot of programs helping people. And I think that's because of her. Because of her, we were raised to be people who contribute to the world, and And that was what she wanted. She always made sure that what we needed, and as Bill said, she devoted her life to her family. Nothing else mattered. She raised, how do I say this? She raised us all to be our own person, and that was particularly challenging because she had twins, and you know, Bill, it's typical where twins are usually not separated and are raised together, but my mother made sure that that didn't happen. I remember in elementary school, the school would always put Bill and I together in the same room, in the same classroom. And I remember my mother storming into the principal's office, demanding that we be in separate rooms, and they always did that, but they still made the same mistake every semester after that. I don't think the school ever got it right, but thank God I never had to sit in the same classroom with Bill. Just kidding, Bill. This is funny when everyone's muted and I can't hear any feedback. But the other thing that she did when she raised us, as far as being independent, she always told us, be whatever you want to be whoever you want to be, just do a good job at it. And she listened to what we wanted to do, and she helped inspire us and helped drive us towards our own direction, what we wanted to do. So the way I see it, she is gone now because God needed her. She'd done everything she could for her family, and you know, there was nothing more she could do. God had tried to take her several times before. Bill mentioned that too, but she always resisted, saying she had more to do. God finally won, and because of that, heaven is now a better place because she's there. I miss you, Mom. Thank you. Phyllis?
Hi, everyone. I think I just want to say my mom and I had a very remarkable relationship, a very remarkable friendship. You know, what Bill said about some of the kids migrating to Oregon to be closer to Mom, well, I'm one of them. And I moved to Oregon in 2005 and was very, very fortunate to have many years of being able to just be a friend and hang out with my mom. And sorry, I get a little bit emotional, but Mom and I spent so much of our free time together. And mainly what she loved was being outdoors, and we'd go for long drives and stop at Kentucky Fried Chicken and find a pretty park by a river and watch ducks all afternoon. And those times that I spent with Mom are precious to me, and they live in my memory because I just miss that so much. So I think I'm going to keep this really short because I'm having trouble holding myself together here. But James, I'm so thankful that you've made such a great effort to fulfill Mom's wishes to spend eternity under a tree and give back to the earth. And I look forward to coming and visit you and hang out in under those beautiful trees, and toast a glass of cheap wine to my mom, because that's what we would do. We'd sit in her backyard and drink wine and watch the birds and just have a great time together, just hanging out. And I miss her terribly. And I'm glad I have all these wonderful memories. So that's really all I have to say. I don't have a speech prepared. I just want to share how much I love my mom. I know she loved me. And what Rick said is, where Mom taught us all to grow up and be individuals, we could be whoever we want to be, as long as we were the best that we could be in that endeavor. That's what she cared about. So I love you, Mom. I miss you terribly. So I'm going to pass on the baton. Thank you, everyone.
So I guess Patrice wasn't able to get on, so go to you, James. Don't forget to unmute, James. Okay.
Sorry, it's lightning's hitting right now, and Spot's going a little crazy. Hopefully, does this look okay? Spot, come here. Does that angle look okay for the when I lay the ashes on the trees?
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
great.
want to show the plaque?
Yeah, I can try to get out there. Let me get out there. It's storming right now. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. Okay, come on, dude. And Spot's standing underneath me for shelter.
I like how your hair was standing on end because of the lightning.
Yeah, is it better?
Totally.
Yes, much.
We won't be able to see. You only pull back so you can see all the trees.
That's fine.
That's good.
You guys, I can pull back to see all the trees if you want.
Hey, Alexandra, welcome to the meeting.
Who just came in?
Alexandra. Hi, Alexandra.
Alexandra. Let me just flip the camera real quick. Cool. Hopefully you can see me and hear me okay. It's kind of stormy back here. I just wanted to say, Mom was, what she gave me was, she was always really tough, you know, and she made me tough. And I remember one of her last days, she was sitting in bed and she said she wants to watch Jacqueline. And the doctors, you know, said for her to rest, but she watched Jacqueline and she's punching with Jacqueline on TV. And she was doing a full-on workout. And this was just a couple days before she passed, but she was fighting to the end. And that's what, you know, I will fight to my last breath. And that's what I got from Mom. Just be tough. So let's get the camera here. Does that look okay, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do, after I'm done, I'll show you the plaque that Elizabeth's fiance made. It did an amazing job. So it's raining here. I'm gonna go get the ashes. I'll try to bring it closer to the camera. Just tell me if you can't see it, okay? But here I go.
Hey, James. James.
Yeah.
Before we do that, I'd like to see if anyone else would like to say anything.
Okay, that's a good idea.
If anyone else would like to say a few words of any kind, you know, just please unmute yourself and say hi.
Hi, this is Renee. This is Renee. I just wanted to say, and I didn't make a speech or anything, but I could tell you from my heart, I had the best mother-in-law in the entire world. I always talk I talk to people about her, how she's taught me so much how to be a mother. And I know I've done a good job with my own children.
Yep.
And a lot of that came from her. And I've known her since I was 17 years old. So it was a great influence for me, better than any other influence I've had in my life. I know she loved me, and I know she, of course, loved all of you, everyone, and of course, Peter. I will always keep her in my memories. And I just appreciate her forever and ever. And I miss talking to her, but we would talk for hours on the phone. So, you know, chat away. But I love her, and I'll come up and visit you, James, and come up to that meadow one day and be there too with you. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Anyone else like to say something? If not, we'll go back to James and put down the ashes. You there, James?
Cool. Give me a second. I'm gonna get electricity here. Hopefully, I don't get electrocuted.
Yeah, we don't want to have another one today.
That's what I just said, but I was muted.
Hey, Rosemary, I don't think I said hi to you. It's good to see you. I haven't seen your face in a long time.
Yeah, I try not to throw it around too much. Good to see all of you, though. It's been an awfully long time.
Where are you living now?
I live in Thousand Oaks. So
Oh, okay. You're still down there. Looks like it's
Yeah,
raining.
no.
Is it raining? Is it raining where you are, or do you have a background on?
That's
Okay. It looked pretty real. Who else haven't I said hi to? Brian, how did your sleep study go?
Unmute. Yeah, it was okay. I got to. I feel like I slept like 3 hours that night.
Oh.
All those tubes in my face and everything was crazy. But
We don't have results yet.
no results yet. But the tech told me, yeah, you got sleep apnea, so get ready for one of those things I got to wear.
I have it too. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But when I did my sleep study, the technician there told me that I slept better than anyone else he'd ever seen. With everything on,
Really?
I went right to sleep. But I still woke up, 60 times an hour.
Oh yeah, I woke up so many times. Yeah, it was cool. They put me in a really nice suite in the hotel.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Whoops. Sorry.
Ready whenever you are, James. We're just.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty good. Can you see okay?
Glenn would like to say.
Yes, we can see. Oh. Who wanted to say something?
Glenn.
Glenn. I just wanted to say that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to say that Grandma was a great person. She lived a wonderful life. She came to our house. Hannah, Angela, Tiffany, me, my whole family loved her and helped take care of her. We all loved her very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Glenn, that was really nice. That was Glenn. We love you too.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, Rick, I'd like to say something. It's Michael Bischoff.
Hi, Mike.
I'm so glad you guys were able to put on the celebration, this way instead of waiting too long. You already had to wait a little while, but your mom, Aunt Peg, as I knew her, great lady, had great relationship with you guys. And then our parents got divorced, as you know, also, and then we didn't see you guys so much, but I was fortunate enough to go up to fly into Medford. Phyllis picked me up for your mom's 90th, and I went to, James and your mom's house, and we toasted scotch in the living room, and it was pretty awesome. That's the last time I saw your mom, but she was always so nice to the Bischoffs, and I just wanted to say it's been a great celebration so far. So your mom was great.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
For sure. I don't know if Gwen's chiming in or not, or I'm not sure. So.
Is she there? Did you say Gwen, Mike?
Yes, I did, but I don't know if she's chimed in, or did she know? She did know, right, Rick?
Yes, she did. I think she mentioned that she wouldn't be able to make it or something. But
okay, well, that's too bad, because her being older than me, she probably had more memories of your mom than me. So
yeah.
But thanks a lot. I'm gonna mute up again.
Okay. Last chance if anyone else wants to say something. Back to you, James.
It's Robin here.
Oh, Robin.
Yeah, hi everybody. There's so many memories that I think of her. Of course, the biggest one is just our, our annual trip up to Oregon of, through the mountains, over the hills, to grandmother's house we go. Literally, it was such a joy for my brothers and I to, go into the house and play with all the animals. And she always had this big, huge hug that we would get from her. And, the older we got, I enjoyed, she could stay up for hours talking. I remember as a young teenager, we would be up till like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and she'd just be chatting and telling me these life lessons. One that stuck with me was I was somewhere, 14 and so concerned about what the world would think about me at that age. And she told me this funny thing of, Robin, if there was some big thing on your face, for instance, she says, you personally always remember that. Everyone's staring at me, don't look. But she says, other people, they don't care. They say, oh, there's something on her face. Oh, well, move on. People don't care about, they don't care about you. They care about themselves, kind of a thing. So as a young kid, it was just such an important lesson of her not caring what people think and just being yourself and true to yourself, and don't worry about what other people think about you, essentially. Her strength and her constant positive about everybody and the absolutely no judgment on anybody is such a lesson that I just always hold on dear from her. But I miss her. I wish I was able to give her a big old hug. And of course, just seeing her joy when she saw any of the children, all the great grandchildren she has, it's just beautiful. So miss you, Grandma.
Thank you, Robin. Okay. I'm gonna count down. Looks like Jennifer? No? Okay. So we're going for the.
All right, Rick, I'll say something.
Yeah.
All right, so Grandma obviously was amazing and wonderful and sweet, but she was also something else. I have fun memories of Grandma. I remember Grandma taught me the proper way to flip somebody off when driving a vehicle. So make sure your finger got fully out the window. And you could somehow manage to honk at the same time. That was preferred. And I remember when we first moved to Oregon, we were driving around in her van and we stopped and got Taco Bell, and we sat there and we watched all the people. It had just started raining and all the people getting accidents. And Grandma just sat there talking about what idiots everybody was and how they couldn't drive in the rain. And I don't know, those are my memories of her. Like, we would just sit there and she never censored herself, ever. She was a grandma who cursed. I learned many curse words from Grandma. She's a grandma who could spank incredibly hard. She lived with us for a few weeks while she was waiting for her house to open. And I remember I got in trouble and she caught me and she spanked me. And they have that expression that you lay down, you can't sit down. I remember laying down on my bed because it hurt so bad. But I mean, we also would just, like Robin said, we would just talk. And she would tell stories. She loved to talk about her brother. And she would just talk, and we would gossip, and we would talk smack about people, and we would laugh, and I mean, it was always a good time. I don't know, I think she was just one of the most real people. So.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Did Jim make it, by the way? Is Jim there?
No.
Oh, I heard a rumor that he might be coming. But okay. Love to see him. Okay. James?
I'd like to say something.
Oh, okay.
One more here. Hey, everyone.
You're muted again, Ryan. Can you?
Oh, there we go. Hey, sorry about that. Yeah, thanks, James, Rick, everyone, for putting this together. I really appreciate it. listening to everyone's stories, it seems like there's a few adjectives that would describe her. I saw stubborn, tenacious, and talkative. Talk about leaving a legacy. You know, with the limited time I did have experience with her, you know, once a year, every now and then, and all of you, to show the power of her legacy through all of us and those characteristics coming through us, regardless of how many times we've had experience with her, really shows the power that she had. You know, I know that I'm stubborn, tenacious, and talkative. So, and if that came from her, then I'm very proud of that. So, it's great family, and I know that the next steps, you know, when families lose the heads of the family, the hardest thing is to keep everyone together. And I just hope that we can find a way to connect as often as possible, and you know, hopefully someone takes that torch.
Ryan, where are you right now?
In my car.
In what country?
Oh, I'm in SoCal. I'm at my work.
Oh, okay. I was noticing you're sitting on the left side of the car, and
Oh, it's just no, it's just because it's facing me. So.
Oh, okay.
Back at reverse right. I think everyone has said something, so I guess I don't need to worry about anyone else jumping in. James?
Yeah, I'm here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's coming down pretty hard right now.
We hear you. I do anyway.
Okay, hopefully the rain has been muting my mic and stopping my video, so it looks like it's okay now. Tell me if you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, I've never done this, so hopefully it goes well. Let me bring the box up so you can see it.
That must be her. Okay. Look at that.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
That's great. Matthew did an amazing job. Elizabeth's fiance. Okay.
Yeah, it's raining on. You can't see the rain, but it's raining. Show some respect. I've never seen this before. Look at that. That's her. This is what my dad did with my other grandma too. There you go.
So sad, but
Let me take you down and show you.
like we might have lost James.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow.
Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, but the camera's not working. Or the camera's not moving.
Sorry.
It's just a matter of bandwidth.
For me.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just a matter of bandwidth.
At least we
it's just
saw.
really, it's hailing right now.
Yeah, wow. Driving her into the ground.
I can't wait for you guys to come up and really see it.
Hey, James, when you can, send us a photograph of the box because I could never read it clearly on the Zoom call.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, good. I still couldn't read it there. I can read most of it on my screen. I think you've already.
Oh, the rain is.
Yeah.
The rain is attacking the touch screen, hitting the touch screen. So it keeps doing stuff.
For a reason.
It's pretty wet here.
I think you might need to get some shelter there, James. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get over here. Sorry. That's probably the best shelter I can get right now. There's thunder out. At least we don't have to water the trees right now.
Yeah.
And she loved these flowers.
Can you refresh that?
No, it's not refreshing.
Thank you, James. That was beautiful.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you,
Yes.
guys.
I gotta say, this funeral went amazingly well considering the difficulty in setting it up. I am very impressed with everybody that had anything to do with organizing an agenda and all this stuff. It was incredible.
Thank you, James, for everything you did.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
And thank you for sharing it with all of us.
James, it's beautiful. I just love all the effort you put into this. Thank you so, so much.
You're gonna have to come up here and show me that toast. Mom always had a toast. I can't remember what it was.
Mom always had a toast.
A toast.
Honestly, I don't.
Remember, here's to you, here's to me.
Oh, yeah, here's to you, here's to me, and if by chance we disagree, here's to me to help you or something like that.
Wow.
Write that down and send it to us, Phyllis.
I'm trying to remember the exact wording. I'm pretty sure I got it wrong.
Well, whatever words you just used, may even been better. That's good.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Nice seeing
Thank you,
everybody.
James.
Love you all.
Bye, love you.
See everyone.
I'll keep the meeting open for a little while in case anyone wants to chat.
That's a good idea. I'll just.
I think everyone's closed, it looks like. It was really nice, though. Thanks, you guys.
Hey, Renee,
Yeah.
I love the smile on your face when Ryan and Robin were talking. You couldn't.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah, you were just like, proud mom.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's great memories. I'm so glad that she was able to make that impact on them, you know, and she did. She made a great impact and left her non-judgmental attitude at all times, you know. She's great.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I added my version of that cheers. It's a little graphic.
Okay.
You see it on there?
See everybody's faces.
No.
Does everyone see everyone else's faces on there at one time?
That's how I
Yeah.
remember Grandma's quote
Yeah.
too.
If you can't,
Yeah.
up at the upper right, Renee, there's a
Grandma
thing that
taught me
says
how to cuss,
speaker view.
so that was awesome.
I was gonna say when Phyllis was doing the quote, I'm like, I think there's a curse word in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma
It
was
says
notorious for swear words.
By the way, she never cursed when we were kids. At least that I know of. I'd get in so much trouble if I cursed at all.
Well,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna close the meeting. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
nice seeing everyone.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.